How to enjoy the process of learning about sales and marketing. Hi, Patrick from Founder Revenue Academy. This episode is part of our process series and is episode number 3. So let's get into it. I get it. You don't come from a commercial background, you have a technical background, and so the idea of sales and marketing seems really, really foreign. So the prospect of going round to people you don't know, asking them to buy, making sales, more likely getting rejected, makes you feel that it's someone else's job. So first up, this isn't the case. As a founder of a business, the first few sales, perhaps the first 10, will come from you. So if that is a bitter pill to swallow, I do understand that one. And this is exactly why we created the Founder Revenue Academy, to help equip you with the commercial skills to succeed, some of which are clearly sales and marketing. Both have many definitions, and so I won't go into defining what sales and marketing are, but I really wanted to focus more on their purposes to help encapsulate what we're talking about. So marketing is to make people aware and engage in what you do. Sales is to execute on that engagement to trade your product for cash. They're inextricably linked and both require a similar amount of attention. So there are seemingly an infinite amount of courses for marketing, including degrees and postgrad and doctorates, and has many different disciplines: digital marketing, direct mail, email marketing, but they're all designed to make people aware of your product or service. So what's interesting about this and why you should get interested in the process of marketing as a founder is because your business results are linked to marketing's performance. And the great thing about marketing is it doesn't always have to cost money. So with the rise of social media and what people have termed guerrilla marketing, the results are significantly truncated when compared to the amount of money being spent. There's a beer company, by way of example, called Brewdog in Scotland, and some of their marketing stunts have been incredible, both in terms of success but also in terms of crashing. So just research Equity Punks in terms of how they really started the whole crowdfunding idea, giving their people who drank their beer ownership of the company, but also something that crashed was when they put the Russian president on one of their beer cans. The point I'm making, though, is that these are often very low budget, sometimes free if done through social media, but they had a vision, a way of measuring success, objectives for that vision, and underlying activities, which is really introducing the VOMA framework that I talked about in a previous video. So if you haven't seen that yet, I would check that out as well. On the other hand, sales is where the money is. And if you're not interested in sales, then you should get interested in quick. If you're the founder of the business, not one individual can sell the business in the early days better than you can. You would be able to tap into the deeper vision and purpose of the business with more conviction, and this has to be your leverage. It is true that there are highs and lows with sales. You'll get some people who are dead certs for converting into cash collected and end up losing out, but then you have others who come out of nowhere and end up buying. Really hard to predict, but this is the underlying point of all this. You have to trust the process and the results will come. And at this early stage, you won't have your process fully figured out yet, and this is okay, so we chunk it down. To give you an example, I've been in the position where I've had to create and execute the go-to-market strategy for a company. So instead of getting overwhelmed, we chunked it down by understanding that we have to fix the top of the funnel problem first, which has 4 parts to it: your audience, your channel, your message, and your timing. The message was something we worked on whilst cleaning our target data list, and then started using the phone as the quickest communication method, only to start thinking about proposals and invoicing details and things like that much later, because we had to get this first bit completed, which is top of funnel, as in, are we able to have a cold conversation with a prospect and get them to agree to a scheduled interaction so we can have a bit more of an opportunity to discover whether we're a good fit or not. And the final thing to all of this is to document all of your learns into a playbook. Initially, it can start as a Google Doc or a Word doc or something like that. But whilst it might sound a little bit admin heavy now, having what has worked helps immensely with your scaling, and it's a great habit to be in. So if you're a product or a tech person as a background, documenting things like this will come naturally. So bring this good skill over to sales and you'll be off and away. So that wraps up today's video. Remember, we create these videos a lot to help our founders and run these mini-series and all the key pillars of scaling B2B tech startups. So if you haven't seen the other videos in this process series or the other series at all, please just check them out. And also don't forget to join our community, which is linked below, where you'll see all of this content and get to interact with many like-minded founders. I'll see you in there.